Hey, what's up? It's Rashad Antonio. We are the Upon Further Review. We told y'all. Lord of the Rings, Will the Rohirrim, all spoilers. In case you didn't know, because you probably don't, it's probably gonna be one of our worst viewed videos of the year. Warner Brothers greenlit an anime for Lord of the Rings. This essentially occurs about 180 years before the War of the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, as we like to call it on the movie side. I don't know what y'all call it book side because I didn't read no books.
Read,
Read.
Let me stop.
Yeah. I'm just be honest, y'all. I ain't got time. So this is a very okay. This has to be this is very Lord of the Rings. And I mean that in a very good way and also a very not so great way.
Mm-hmm.
One, the animation for this, I kind of do and don't like. Because this anime style is an anime style that I don't particularly care for to watch all the time. Go ahead.
I just got a question
Okay.
because I felt the same way. So here's my question, Rashad. I just want to listen, man. I like to ask questions to make sure I'm not tripping.
Nah.
Did it seem like it was a mix of realism, like real and anime on certain scenes?
I don't know. It's just how they
Or
did it. It felt like and I don't have like a really good comp for this, but there's a certain type of anime that is not real like action oriented. That this kind of
yeah,
lens, this style is kind of lens to. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all can correct me. I don't care. But the weird thing is like they have this dude Kenji Kamiyama to direct
mhm,
it. This dude directed, made, show ran on Ghost in the Shell, and that is a totally different animation style.
yeah,
I know it's older. Things have
mhm,
progressed,
mhm.
but okay, I'm okay. I get it. I think the reason they picked this because this was a safe animation style.
Okay.
It's not too because it's bordering. To be honest, it's bordering on being just a regular cartoon.
Yeah, man. Like,
Because you tell me, yo, there's going to be a Lord of the Rings anime. I have this preconceived notion that this is going to be I'm just saying because it's already kind of in the vein. This is going to be like a more shonen anime,
mhm,
geared animation and
mhm,
story
mhm.
with just on some Lord of the Rings stuff. Now there are
Yeah.
some moments where that does happen,
Mhm.
but when I'm saying this is very Lord of the Rings
Mhm.
in a bad way, because there is a lot of walking and talking. So just like Lord of the Rings. So I was prepared for that mentally. Also, and I'm not going to blame this on on the anime, but when I saw it, the first 30 minutes for me, I was fighting for my life. Like I almost fell asleep like two, three times in the theater.
Yeah. Me too.
And I'm not saying that I'm like, yo, I nestled in. It was like me and like five other people in that joint. And I was like, oh, oh my God, why am I so tired, yo? Like,
Yo, Rashad, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I just finished leaving from watching this movie before we started recording. After a whole adventure of this week trying to watch it, don't want to get into it again. But I felt the same way. Like I'm sitting there. That first 30 minutes, I had to catch myself. I was like, uh-huh. Oh no, can't do that. And my eyes like closed
bro,
like at least four times. And I think I may have got like a get quick 10-20 second nap in
you got a
each one of
lapse.
the, right. Like, shout out to anybody that got narcolepsy. I think I did that a few times.
Like one of the moments where you driving in the car, you're like, oh stop, I'll just wake up. Like, oh my God.
Right. Yeah. I was like,
Bruh.
because I was sitting in the chair and I was like, mm-hmm. And then I tried to make it say to myself. So I said to myself, self, it might be because I'm coming to this after getting off of work and I might be a little tired. I
Bruh.
tried to say that.
I'm saying
Hearing
me,
you say it,
I was like, hey, maybe because I did wake up this morning, I did work out, I did go get my oil change. Like I was like,
mm-hmm,
okay, maybe I'm just at this point at 1 o'clock,
mm-hmm,
my body's saying, hey, it's you sitting down, it's dark in this theater, it's time for a break. And I slowly started shutting down. You know what I'm saying? And then some action kicked in. I was like, oh, okay, here we go, here we go. So I just want to briefly talk about the story.
yeah,
And we're just gonna we're gonna rapid fire stuff.
yeah.
So the story is essentially this. It is somebody mad. That's the story. I'm gonna be like for real. Like
Yo,
if you think about it, if it devolves into one thing, it's just somebody was mad. You know what I'm saying? And also somebody don't know when to shut up. And that's really it because your boy Helm.
yeah. Also, old people who are being a stereotypical old ass person who don't want to listen to nobody.
It's there's somebody who's a hothead and it's somebody who said, "Hey, this is the way, and I need you to listen."
Right.
So this is the basically the villain origin story of Wolf. That's the kid's name, right?
Yeah, Wolf. Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
Helm killed his daddy in front of his face, and then told him, "Sit your father ass down before I make change."
All right, let's stop real quick. Let's really talk about this. Helm must be strong. Helm must be strong as hell because these two she challenged him to a fight. It's one of those things of like, yo, I'm not gonna fight in my hall. You want to take this outside? Bet, let's go. And the dude, he fired off 3 heavy hitter shots on Helm. Helm ate them things like a little kid hit him and proceeds to one hitter quitter this guy. Now, I want you to understand, I ain't talking about a one hitter quitter of a knockout and this guy hits his head on a rock accidentally. Nah. He punched this nigga to death with one shot. Bow!
Hey yo, and he was like, oh my bad, yo, I ain't even hit him that hard, yo.
Right, yeah, he was like, no, he did. He was like, hey man, get your ass up. This fight ain't over.
Hey man, stop playing, man. Hey, stop playing, man. Get up.
His son reached over and was like, he dead.
And it was pulse.
For me, it was the gas from the crowd. And then he was like, damn. Hey, relax, lad. Could a kid, of course, the dude see his dad get killed by one punch. And then he like, come on, he pulls the blade out. And he like, hey, kid, relax. I'm sorry. And then proceeds, this old ass man proceeds to put his hand on this dude's throat and lift him up with one hand and be like, boy, I kill you. Like I just killed your daddy. Like, chill.
Hey, man, like.
Yo, he knocked I can't even say what he knocked him to death. I don't know that. Like, I've never seen something like that before. He punched this man. And like I said, Rashad, it won't like he hit his. You've seen stuff where somebody get hit and they hit their head on a rock or hit their head on something.
It just was like it was okay. So imagine being in like in a car accident, and you're going like, let's say like 100 miles an hour, and you hit a tree and you instantly die. Like that's what happened. His fist was the car, and that man's face was the tree, and the tree did not survive. Okay, for that to be what sets off what they want you that. Okay, if they wanted that to be the tone of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
then they really should have backed that up
Yeah.
because that's like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then that thing dips so hard. There's like a flash forward. Is it a flash forward?
No, it was a flashback. It was.
It's a flashback.
Yeah.
And
Old girl owning that. Boy, he sucked. By the way, the main villain sucked. I don't say that. By the way.
yeah, so like,
Okay.
okay, all right, let's. I want to get this thing as justice, man, but like,
Yeah.
it's just like this thing. Okay, there's a. How long is this movie, Tony? Hold on, I'm on the wiki.
Oh, I can tell you right now, this I was 2 hours, 134 minutes.
So 60 divided. That's 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes
Damn.
or so.
So all right, so from what it felt like to me, there is a lull in this movie for like 35 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
of which I can't say that I honestly remembered what happened. Okay. Sometimes a movie can get off on vibes alone, and I'm like, yo, it went on real dialogue, man. They
Mm-hmm.
just was chilling, walking and talking, but like the vibes was there. It was funny. You know what I'm saying? For example, in Lord of the Rings, a lot of this stuff is just we just vibing
Mm-hmm.
on a journey. It's Frodo being stupid and Bilbo and all his friends, and
Mm-hmm.
my precious. It
Right.
ain't really nothing going on, but like we at least got some character building because we see that this trio or quartet eventually that are trying to figure out how they're gonna dip this ring in the lava.
Mm-hmm.
So this wants I feel like this wants to do that really bad, but
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't. And that's kind of the problem I had. Like there was like the damn, and I hate to say this. Um and this is just like a recurring theme in media, I say the past like 4 to 6 years. Let's say 5 to 7 years.
Okay.
They make a female protagonist and give her a trash storyline.
Yeah.
And then what happens, it looks like we hating on the story because it's a female protagonist. When actually I'm hating on the story because they really didn't like the like it just was weird. Like it wasn't like I don't know, like something just wasn't clicking for me. And I've been trying to really come up with a reason for that. And
Okay.
I haven't been able to put it in words.
So here's my reason, my guy. So the she so they briefly kind of glaze over this whole thing of what is it, the Shield Maidens or whatever like that, and they really don't go really into detail about them at all. All they say is, "Hey, there was a town, the men all died, and the women took up arms and they protected the town, but we don't know where these women are anymore."
The funny thing is, I missed that. I remember her talking about that at the end
mm-hmm.
with with like
her maid,
her handmaiden, I guess.
Here's the thing: that woman was one of them,
and that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I'm like, where these boss women about gonna come in at? Like, it's like
that's what I
are
was
they
thinking.
so if I hear myself correctly, so again, I'm gonna ask questions too. So are they trying to say that Hera was supposed to embody the Shield Maiden?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because Tony, you know what is okay.
When you finish, I'm gonna tell you. When you finish, I'm gonna tell you who Hera is.
You know what this movie really is?
What's that?
Mulan.
Oh God,
it's Mulan.
It is.
Female warrior, wants to fight, doesn't want to marry, wants to be a part of the of the king's military. gets her chance to be in it, and then saves the day and still doesn't marry at the end. You know what I'm saying? The only thing with this is I'm not sure. I don't remember how Milan ended. The only thing with this ends as she gets to go see Gandalf.
So yeah.
They said, look, yo, you still got a vagina. You can't go nowhere. You can't rule nothing with your vagina. Go see Gandalf. Yo, you saw some orcs in the snow? Yeah, Gandalf want to talk about you about that.
So, you know what else this gave to me? A bootleg Arya Stark. Think about it.
Oh
she starts off. The king's daughter knew how to ride a horse before she knew how to, before she knew how to walk. And she out hunting and she sees like the eagles and she comes back and they're like, "Hey girl, you need to get cleaned up real good and put a dress on." And she's like, "For what?" Giving straight Arya Stark vibes of like, "For what?" And then she gotta be like, "I don't want to marry." Like she's like, "Yo, chill. I don't want to be married. I just want to go out here and do what?" Because they kept calling her the wild girl, like the wild child or the wildling or something like that. And you think about it, that's the thing in the Stark family. They say every couple of years they get a Stark kid and they call him the wild wolf, and they say that kid got that wildling in their blood. They just want to go out,
got
be
that
free,
dog in them.
got that dog in them and stuff. And this chick is just like that. And what does she do at the end? Right. And like you said, Michelle, I'm not sure whether or not she said, "Yeah, I don't want this crown," or she just was like, or she was like, "You have a vagina. Get out of here." It's more. It might be a combination of two things because
I'm just saying,
because she has the bloodline of the original house. You know what I'm saying? That was the kings and queens of Rohan, and she passed it up. They gave it to the cousin, and that's why they said
to the Helm's nephew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who he thought was a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
he didn't even like this dude, and then gave it to him. Yeah. He was like, "Hey man, Mr. Penis here." So sorry, man.
Oh, you wore your uncle armor? Where that crown at? Throw that crown on top of him.
And the sad part was and even though like I understand story wise why they had to do this because it has to fall in line with actual lore for this, but even the her handmaiden was like, "Hey, we just need somebody, you know what I'm saying, a man, so we can rally everybody around this man. We got to prop up this man." That's.
And then even in the beginning when it was like, "Oh, the great bloodline of Rohan's of Helm, the Hammer," and it was like, "We had a daughter. She did great things, but y'all wouldn't. Nothing is written about her and this and that." What? What? This is what we. Like once again, we're not trashing. We're trying not to trash this. This is just us being who we are. But
all right, so from here for the next 5 minutes, positive section. What I liked about this a lot, I did like anytime there was some action, the action really worked for me. From even the first scene, when Helm killed that dude. Also, when they had like the beast, like the elephant, the Oliphants.
The diseased Oliphant.
That got ate by
the Squid Island.
Yeah. Definitely you got ate by the vagina.
Release the Kraken.
You know the first thing I thought about when I saw that?
I saw it.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Like, do you understand? So, do you understand how big that thing was? Because we've
Yes.
seen how big the elephants are in the movie. Like
Nah,
they
that
make elephants look like chihuahuas or whatever, yo.
yeah. The watcher in the water straight swallow that thing whole.
No,
It was
deep
like
throat.
it was there was like, is so and so going in the forest? Don't you know who live in the forest? And it was like, yeah, that's why she's going that way. So yeah, that was cool. The end when they were fighting at like the end scene fight, like I like that fight. That was cool.
For me,
Um
that was a nice little callback to the end of
yeah,
two
Two
towers and
Towers. Yeah, I
right
was
the
like, oh
same
yeah,
thing.
that is the place. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of that castle called?
Peaceful.
Yeah, that was Helm's Deep, right? When that Helm's Deep.
Right, but it wasn't called Helm's Deep. They changed it.
I'm sorry, I thought I muted myself. I just coughed down on the mic. My bad. Oh, Hornburg?
Hornburg, right? It's the Hornburg. That's the name of the castle. But after Helm's stand, they referred. She was like they've renamed it to Helm's Deep. So
Yeah.
that's how Helm's Deep got his name after her father. I'm gonna say something about Helm. That for all of the stupid things he has done, my man was about that action,
I was
and
about to say the same thing.
I like that he was about that action, and he put the fear of God and the devil in. This dude was sneaking out every night, just taking out members of their army
He said I could do it one by one.
one by one.
I was like, yo, this dude is crazy.
Yeah, he's just sneaking out and just straight, and they are like, yo, he's a wraith. We don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
dude.
yeah. He said, don't you hear it? It's like, hear what, yo? It's the Wraith.
It's the wraith. So yeah, Helm was going out like Helm. And the way he went out like like a champ, yo. He's like, yo, let me get my daughter up in here. And he in like Hodor, he held the gate. He held the door, yo. And my bet, but I did laugh the fact they said he held the door to the point that they found him froze to death, just like that. So yeah, I mean,
Whew.
yeah, Helm was cool. The fight scenes were were cool as well. And I'm trying to think of some more good stuff. I guess trying to tie in some of the lore of Lord of the Rings, I thought was pretty cool too, especially
Yeah.
with the two orcs that were there, and they was like taking the bodies and taking rings off there, and it was like, hey man, what? It was like, hey look man, they want us, hey we got Mordor want us to collect these rings and take them back, and we all knew exactly what was going. So that meant Sauron, early stages of Sauron was like, I want y'all to find my ring out here. It's out here in these streets. And this is to the point where Bilbo hasn't even found the ring. So Gollum still has the precious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
He ain't lose it in the lake yet, huh?
Right.
Crazy, man.
The precious.
Give me back.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Rashad.
All right.
I'm gonna ask two questions. First question is this: do you think there will be another kind of offshoot Lord of the Rings kind of cartoon or whatever, so animated style, something? That's my first question. Do you think it'll be another one? And my second question is, and this is going to seem a little hard, what was the purpose of this?
To answer your first question, I don't think so.
Okay.
But if they do, it's going to be on Max. It's going to be a series.
Okay.
I felt like this would have been better served as a series.
Yeah. Yeah.
because even though it was 2 hours and change and it ran like a movie, there were some things that they could have actually put in it to and like actually like make this part of the timeline more solidified.
Okay.
Because there's so much stuff in Lord of the Rings and them trying to tackle this particular time period. I know it's like I know it has to be like really difficult to write for this and then try to write for it and then give it justice because everybody's gunning for you for it to be perfect because people love Lord of the Rings. And for the second question, I don't know who asked for this. This was one of those things. I see. I hold on. The film was announced in June 2021, and the film was fast tracked to prevent New Line from losing a film adaptation for Tolkien's novels.
Okay. So the reason, now knowing that, so before knowing that, the reason, this is why I asked what was, I'm saying, what was the purpose of this or whatever. And I only say this because it's like, we saw like previews for this and we heard this is going to happen earlier in this year. And then it's like, you didn't see no trailers. They didn't even like really, they only seemed like they did a press tour for this movie. And I'm pretty sure that if they really would have put press out and be like, hey, it's a Lord of the Rings animated, it would have done better. It didn't do good at all in the theaters because a lot of people had no idea this was out. Because a lot of people forgot about it.
No, this was sad. I mean, because now seeing that New Line just did it because they would have lost their rights. And I understand, like, as a they you know what they did? They pulled a Sony. Spider-Man. They said we just gotta make something.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we're gonna end up, giving the Hulk back to MCU from Universal. Yeah. So that's what they did. It makes sense because they're about to start, making their something else with Lord of the Rings probably really soon. You know what I'm saying? When the last time The Hobbit was out? Hold on, I'm about to check it right now.
Yeah. Because I know there have been rumblings of maybe the Silmarillion they're gonna do the Silmarillion, which is gonna be kind of hard as hell to do. But there are rumblings that the Silmarillion might happen.
Yeah.
Or whatnot.
Because The Hobbit, the Hobbit came out in 2014.
Right.
So The Hobbit came out in 2014, and this came out in 2024. That means they can't go past 10 years without making something in the property.
Yeah. And I guess my thing is, if they try to do this Silmarillion, please don't do this as a movie. This needs to be a series.
It's going to be a 4-part movie.
I know, but it has to be a series. But like, if they want to do it right, it has to be a series. And if they're just trying to put some stuff out and they're going to, hey, we just want to make sure we keep this, that means they're going to have to put out a 3 or 4-part movie that's like literally 3 hours a piece, each one of them. And that is diabolical. If they do that, so this was something that I think me and Rashad were both really excited for. And I'm not going to say I didn't like it, but it was lackluster. If I can, is that how you feel, Rashad?
Okay. It was because right now, I forgot this. Yeah, I thought I heard about this. The Hunt for Gollum is going to be the next thing.
The what?
Hunts for Gollum.
What the hell is that?
This is supposed to be 2026. This is a Variety article. This came out. I think I heard this a couple of months ago. Matter of fact, this was in May. Hunt for Gollum. Focus on Andy Serkis Gollum. Lord of the Rings shows you back about current stage of script writing. Explore songs yet to be told. In a press release, Lord of the Rings Hunt for Gollum be directed and star. It's going to be directed and star Andy Serkis.
Is this a question? Is this going to be live action or animated?
Live action.
Okay.
Yeah, some other people's gonna be in it. Yada yada yada. But yeah, that's what's next. So in order for them to do that in 2026, they had to do something. And this was in 2021. So they planned it, boom, hit that 10-year mark. And then after the pandemic was over and everything, because I'm pretty okay. If they fast track this in 2021, more than likely they were trying to set up to do a movie. But they knew since the pandemic was still hot in the streets, it was like there's no way we can do
Right.
a Lord of the Rings movie in the middle of a pandemic. It's not going to work. It's because you need 1,000 people on set some days. Like just proximity wise,
Yeah.
you'll have your own little hotbed of COVID there by themselves, and the whole thing will be shut down. So they say, you know what we'll do? Best thing, we'll do an anime, and we'll give y'all time to do it. Matter of fact, I can't say okay. I'm not. Okay, I'll be nice. I feel like they was like, yo, let's just get something done, and we gonna we're gonna get it squared away.
Let's do something so we can have it in the books.
Exactly.
Have it in the books.
Book it for December before we have to get these rights back over to them, because I'm pretty sure Lord of the Rings came out in like December, right? Was it the end of the year thing or mid-year?
Oh yeah, it was always the end of the year thing.
Yeah.
It always came out like around Christmas time or whatever.
Yeah, so that probably was around the time they had to make another theatrical release for this. But yeah, that's what's next. So again, like this anime, which was very much bordering just regular American animation.
Yeah.
It has it has some great moments in it, but the story, like this like I really wasn't captured by the story.
Did you think it was gonna be a little more gorier?
Yes, it's freaking anime. I was not even gory, but just like more more visceral.
More visceral, yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's supposed to be shown in anime, right? And it's swords and it's arrows and it's like hand-to-hand combat melee weapons. I'm thinking we're about to be really out here
decapitating.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking we're gonna get a Star Wars, a limb getting taken off every you know what I'm saying?
But nah, I feel like they okay.
And then I'm sorry, how they kill the main antagonist. He just gets cut on his throat with the shield edge. The shield edge. And then I wasn't even sure he was dead for real until it was a look back and you see the little cut on his neck like that. And I said, oh, it must have cut him. Because it looked like at first she was just holding him down with it and he like choked out or something like that. So,
I mean, yeah, I guess he had to get killed by a shield by the shield maiden.
Whatever.
I don't know what I was gonna say, but I like that better. That's it, guys. I think we've exhausted our time with this. Yeah. We appreciate you all.
If y'all stayed long enough for this to the end, y'all are the real champions.
Yeah, man. Like if you stay this long and you not subscribe, then you need to go ahead and click that button. If you're on YouTube, watch on YouTube, click that button, hit the bell. Anything else, if you're on a Spotify or any other streaming platform, go ahead, hit that follow. 2025 is going to be super packed. We got details for some upcoming stuff that we hope that y'all will enjoy. And next up is going to be our end of the year review for 24. We're going to just put everything together in one big pot and give you guys a happy helping of gumbo of movies and TV. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about stuff soon. Like this was a mixed bag of a year, but we got some bangers though. Some like this. This year was a very unexpected year when it came to TV and movies. The stuff that we wasn't checking for. was amazing. Some of the stuff that we really had high hopes for, swinging a miss. So we'll talk about that. Yeah, of course. You know the holidays is coming up. We'll get everything out as quick as we can. We'll let y'all know. Other than that, that's it for today.
Happy holidays to all, and even Happy New Year if you don't see us again until then. But we're going to try to put some stuff out there. So you guys have a safe, prosperous holiday, and we catch y'all.